Senator from First Bristol and Plymouth, Mr. Rodrigues.
Thank you, Madam President, and through you to the members. Wow, 9:55.
It's amazing.
I didn't know if... I didn't know... I didn't know at the beginning of the week if I'd be making these remarks so early on a Thursday evening, but I am certainly happy I am. And, you know, on Tuesday, when we started this debate, I expressed my wish that my first debate as chair of the Senate Committee on Ways and Means would be thoughtful and reflective of the collaborative spirit of this Senate. I am proud of the remarkable scope of deliberations that took place this week over the last few days. The advocacy of every member of this body has contributed to a week of respectful debate and discussion that has filled this chamber and helped further shape our consensus. The budget we are voting on tonight is the result of your commitment to collaboration and cooperation. Through our collective efforts, we have adopted amendments that will allow us to continue to confront challenges. This week, we have voted to increase funding for reimbursement for regional school transportation costs and additional aid for our rural school districts, grants to ensure that our communities and our congregations and places of worship are safe and secure, services and assistance for homeless individuals and families in transition, community-based harm reduction services, civil aid legal services, Shannon grants, and many other important initiatives, including funding for the newly created Civic Projects Trust Fund to support civic learning in our schools. Overall, we have worked together to fulfill our commitments to ensure we increase access to educational opportunities, high quality and affordable health care, and economic opportunity. I am proud that this budget invests in our efforts to benefit our people, our communities, in our Commonwealth. And I am proud of your commitment to collaboration, dedication, and tireless work to boldly move Massachusetts forward. Madam President, I thank you and your staff for your leadership, vision, and invaluable counsel throughout this process. To my Vice Chair, the gentlelady from Arlington, and her staff, and my Assistant Vice Chair, the gentleman from Winchester, and his staff, thank you both for your leadership and tireless work. To the ranking minority member, the gentleman from Plymouth, and the minority leader and his staff for ensuring a high standard of debate. To all of my colleagues and all of your staff for your contributions to this highly productive week. Of course, to the Senate Clerk, another rookie. Let's hear it for a rookie and his staff. He and his team have been amazing all week. To the Office of Senate Counsel, always there for us every single day. To all of our court officers and pages, thank you very, very much. And finally, and for me personally, most importantly, to the amazing staff that's standing behind me, the staff of the Committee on Ways and Means. Please stand up. They're amazing, every single one of them, and I do want to recognize them and introduce them by name because literally for the last 3.5 months, day and night, for the last 2 weeks, leaving here at 9, 10, 11 o'clock midnight, they'd still be there working. When I get here early in the morning, they're already here before me. I never got to use my key. You know, I got a key to the office. I never got to use it. It was always open and people were working. Let me personally thank Megan Adams. Megan, wave. My Chief of Staff, Karen Almeida. Is Marceline here? Oh, Marceline Baptiste. Amy Bianco. Jacob Blanton. Megan Callahan. Aaron Cotty. Julia Constanellos. Margaret Eichner. Bentley Holt. Sarah Krieger. Our General Counsel, Martha Kwasnick. Our Budget Director, Chris Marino. Tova Miller. And someone I just found out who's an alum of the Washington Center. Brad Mullen. Marco Halloran. My Policy Director, Jeremy Spittle. And Griffin Wong. Thank you all. This has been really an amazing experience. Madam President, once again, thank you very much for bestowing such an honor and responsibility upon me, and to all of you. Really, this is our budget. I took the time to really listen to each and every one of you, to really try to learn from you and try to incorporate all of your desires, wishes, goals, and priorities into this budget. And I think collectively we did that. We all supported one another. This was an amazing week of debate, completely respectful, right on point. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for making this first budget much, much easier for me and really better for all of us and for all the constituents of the Commonwealth that we represent. And Madam President, I ask that when a vote be taken, it be taken by the call of the yeas and nays.
Senator from 1st Bristol and Plymouth, Mr. Rodrigues, asks that when a vote on this matter be taken, it be taken by a call of the yeas and nays. I do believe a sufficient number of members have arisen, so a call of the yeas and nays will be ordered. The Senator from Essex and Middlesex, Mr. Tarr.
Well, Madam President. Madam President, we have just been through together a remarkable experience, and that experience has been characterized by respect, collaboration, good communication, and productive and healthy debate. And the climate in which that has happened is attributable to many factors, but one of them, Madam President, is you. To us, in Minority Arc, the respect that is shown for every member in this chamber is critically important, and it is irreplaceable as an element of what we do here together. And from your very first day of becoming our president, you have emphasized that and those values that we all must share in this chamber together. And we owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude for creating the environment that we have been operating in for these last several days. Thank you. So I also want to offer the thanks for Minority Crescent for the incredible staff at the Ways and Means Committee. Like everyone else, we know that we have tested you. We have imposed demands on your time. We have asked you to be flexible and considerate and understanding, and you have been all of those things and so much more. And from all of us in Minority ARC, and I dare say the rest of the chamber, once again, thank you for what you have done for us all over the last several days. It is deeply appreciated. And thank you as well to the staff of everyone in this chamber, because we know what we put you through on days like this. Redraft that amendment for the 60th time. Will it actually get considered? I don't know, but do it anyway. Can you have that amendment done 15 minutes ago because the vote is coming in 3 minutes, and by the way, it needs to be a complete redraft? Can you find an encyclopedic knowledge of the amendment that is before us and stuff it into a folder so that we can read it in 30 seconds and try to regurgitate it on the floor? All of it are the types of things that we have asked collectively of our staffs over the last several days, and they are really a big part of the fuel that keeps us going in debates like this and on days like this. So for every single staff member that has supported all of us together, thank you for the work that you have done. It is deeply appreciated.
Blood on your,
Oh, gosh. Thank you, Patrick.
Yep.
Also, thank you to the clerks. It is amazing, Mr. Clerk, how much you and your staff deal with in terms of the volume. And you keep it all straight. You keep it all orderly. You even managed to get me to be able to use a computer and understand what was going on in the order of amendments. But you always have patience for us, and you always have a calming approach, and your attitude is always, don't worry, we'll work this out. And when you're in a kind of environment that we have been in together, that is priceless. So thank you to our clerks for all that you have done to us, for us as well, over the last several days. We appreciate that very much. And to Senate Council, thank you. Oftentimes, it is better when you do not need to be visible with all of us. And so sometimes it is easy to overlook the outstanding job that our Senate Council does because it is done so well and without disruption of the process. And it would be easy in some ways to overlook that, but it would also be a mistake. So thank you to our Senate Council, our entire Senate Council staff. And of course, I could not in good conscience stand here and not offer thanks to the people that have to put up with me every day that are standing behind us. They are a remarkable team of people. They are filled with the patience and understanding that it takes to be able to deal with me on a daily basis. You got to see it for 3 days. They get to deal with it 24/7. So our Chief of Staff, A.J. Paglia. Our legal counsel, Hirak Shah. Our legislative director and communications director, Don Sirianni, who is streaming you live. Our deputy legal counsel and deputy legislative director, Victor Patachuk. Our junior policy analyst, Victoria Mori. And then just very quickly, some folks who are not still with us because they went home so that the office could be open tomorrow to answer all the questions about what we did tonight. Our senior policy analyst, Jenny McCullough. Our office scheduler, Rita Giangregorio. Our Director of Community Outreach, Barry Pett. Our Operational Services Specialist, who always has pizza when you need it, Peter Kazenza. Our Special Projects Coordinator, Mike Doherty. And Richard Curran and Marianne Ney, our Community Outreach Specialists. And by the way, I want to let you know that you drafted and filed, and we all did, about, 1,150 amendments? They drafted about 1,200 questions, and I was happy to ask all of them. And you know what's significant? Is that no one in this chamber hesitated for 1 second to stand up and talk about their amendment and offer information and make sure that we have the accountability that is so important to the people that we represent about what is happening in this process and in this chamber. So thank you for that. And, Mr. Chairman, I am almost out of superlatives to describe your effort in this budget. The thing that is most striking is your personal investment, your very deep personal investment in all of us. You asked us about our priorities. You met with us constantly. You entertained our questions. You came back with us time and time and time again as we tried to get to a place we could agree on some very complicated amendments. And the most important thing is you never gave up on us as we worked together through this process. And your investment of your time and your spirit and your sense of understanding in all of us has made an incredible difference in this budget debate. Every one of us counts you as a friend, and every one of us is lucky to count you as a friend and to have you as a partner in the business of state government. Thank you for everything. I do want to mention as well, I know I was remiss, and I wanted to make sure to thank the court officers for being here with us throughout all of this, for taking care of us, making sure we have what we need, and making sure that we operate in a safe and secure environment. Thanks to you as well. Now, I do want to point out that this may be the very last budget in which we talk about lobster processing. I certainly hope it is. And so, Mr. Chairman, this is a very special lobster, because not only is it representative of what we are trying to process, and I hope you will not take it to your office and try to dismember it, but this is the squeaky lobster that gets your attention. And so I want to say thank you. I'll be happy to present this to you in just a minute, and thank you for the work that you have done. And I would recommend, if you want to eat lobster, don't boil this one. We'll bring you some live ones. And last, you know, it seems like for us a very long period of time when we're in here, because during the budget debate we're here for long hours consecutively. But when you think about it, it's really a very short period of time to think about a state budget that touches nearly every aspect of state government. And how remarkable it is that we start with a budget proposal and everyone walks through the door with their ideas, and then we craft an even stronger budget because of the power of ideas, because of the power of collaboration, and because of the power of the shared belief that if we can respect each other's differences and incorporate them into a single unified effort, there is nothing that we cannot tackle as an issue. We've seen that over the last several days. Huge issues that challenge us. The difference in the way that we handle this is that we pull together and move forward on things like education and substance use disorder and mental health and public safety and standing up to the scourge of hate crime. And we do it together. And the one thing that I think is really important when we think about governments around the country, including the federal one, is that tonight, I would dare say, and go out on a limb to make this statement, that when we go out that door, we will all be proud of each other. Every single one. And in that thought lies the great hope that if we continue to operate the way that we do, maybe, just maybe, others will see and follow suit. So on behalf of Senator Humison, Senator O'Connor, Senator DiMacedo, Senator Tran, and Senator Fatman, thank you. Thank you for being our partners, for never trying to marginalize the minority, and for always walking with us down the path that we have all chosen together to do the very best that we can for the people that we represent. Thank you all very much. Good job, please.
But I don't want to keep everyone for too much longer, but I do want to say a few words. I'd first of all like to congratulate Chair Rodrigues on a fantastic budget. Your first budget as a rookie. We have 2 rookies, I have to acknowledge. We have 3 rookies here. But I guess the 3 worked out pretty well. So congratulations on your collaboration, your respectful tone, your encouragement of people to work together, of coming forward, and your listening. And this budget is truly a reflection of all of the values and priorities of our members, putting it together in a way that not only makes sense, but honors each individual's values and priorities, as well as our collective values and priorities, and that is not an easy task to do, so thank you so much. I also want to thank the whole team. I know most of you from working with you as well, and I know how hard you work. I know, as the chair mentioned, 10, 11 o'clock saying, go home, go home. Congratulations on another terrific budget. Well done, and a great encouragement and a great job. So really something that you should all be very proud of. I'd also like to thank Senator Friedman and Senator Lewis, the Vice Chair and Assistant Vice Chair, on your hard work and your guidance in this process, and all of the Ways and Means Committee. And I'd like to thank the Minority Leader, Senator Tarr, for your continued collaboration and, yes, your friendship. And you are deeply dedicated and committed to the people of the Commonwealth as well. And I'm grateful for your willingness to always engage and discuss and listen to not only me, but to all of us here and have a very meaningful debate, and that extends to the members of the Minority Caucus as well. Thank you. And to all of my colleagues in the Senate, I'd like to extend my deepest, deepest appreciation for your kindness, your thoughtfulness, and your willingness to work collaboratively, values that are incredibly important in this day and age. And your commitment, your deep commitment to serving the wonderful residents of our Commonwealth. They are truly lucky to have you as their senators. And to all of your staff, we cannot thank you enough. You've heard it from others. We know how hard you work. We stand every single day on your shoulders. We cannot do what we do without you. And so from the bottom of my heart, from our hearts, thank you very much. At a time when people are skeptical about government, you all in this room are examples, terrific examples, of how government can and does work well. And I believe that if Washington operated with the respect, the diligence, the kindnesses and courtesies that we show here in our state Senate, this country would be a much better place. You have demonstrated how a terrific team can work together to accomplish great things. And that respect, that kindness, that courtesy, the values that we all hold dear are shown every single day, and clearly were shown during this debate, in the long hours of the debate. And I want to say I am so honored and proud to be a member of our Senate. I'd also like to thank the clerk and his team put up with me with experiencing a new way of doing this with the tablet. And just thank you for your patience, your understanding, and your hard work. And I want to thank the assistant clerk, Stacy, Andrea, Tom, and the rest of your terrific team for helping to make this all flow so smoothly. Congratulations. And thank you to the court officers and all of your work and being here all the time to help us and guide us as well and keep things moving and in order. I also would like to thank Billy Rinaldi and the rest of the business office and the wonderful pages. Some of the business office work behind the scenes and you don't always see them here, but they also help make things move smoothly through the Senate, and we couldn't do our work without them. And I'd like to thank the staff of the Senate Broadcast Studio who make it possible for our deliberations to be live streamed. And of course, I'd like to thank Senate Counsel Jennifer Miller and John and your terrific team as well, the whole team that also are there to help us and guide us and keep us on the straight and narrow. Thank you. And lastly, I'd like to thank my staff for all of your hard work and your diligence and excellence, for your service to not only me, to all of the members of the Senate and to the Commonwealth. You are truly a fantastic team. I rely upon you. I stand on your shoulders every day and could not do half of what I do without all of your work and your dedication. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. As the fiscal year 20 Senate budget debate draws to a close, we can be really proud of the work that we accomplished here. We expressed our best hopes for the future of our Commonwealth, and together we made the hard decisions necessary to produce a fiscally responsible budget that truly reflects our Senate values. I thank you so much for all of you for participating in this process with respect and good faith. And I thank you on behalf of the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And as I said, I am really honored and proud every single day to be a member of Team Massachusetts Senate. Thank you very much. Adoption of the Ways and Means Amendment as amended. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the Ways and Means Amendment is adopted. The question now comes on ordering the bill as amended to third reading. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the bill as amended is ordered to third reading. Third reading of the bill.
An act making appropriations for the fiscal year 2020 for the maintenance of the departments, boards, commissions, institutions, and certain activities of the Commonwealth for interest-sinking fund and serial bond requirements and for certain permanent improvements, House number 3801.
The bill has been read a third time. The question now comes on passing the bill to be engrossed. The yeas and nays having previously been ordered, the clerk will call the roll. The clerk will call the chair.
Spilka.
Yes.
Yes. Michael J. Barrett. Yes. Yes. Joseph A. Boncory. Yes. Yes. Michael D. Brady. Yes. Yes. William M. Brownsberger. Yes. Harriet L. Chandler. Yes. Sonia Chang Diaz. Yes. Nick Collins. Yes. Joanne M. Comerford. Yes. Cynthia Stone Cream. Yes. Brendan P. Crichton. Yes. Julian Sear. Yes. Variato M. Di Macedo. Yes. Sal N. Di Domenico. Yes. Diana DiZoglio. Yes. James B. Eldridge. Yes. Ryan C. Fatman. Yes. Paul R. Feeney. Yes. Barry R. Feingold. Yes. Cindy F. Friedman. Yes. Ann M. Goby. Yes. Adam G. Hines. Yes. Donald F. Humison Jr.
Yes.
Yes. Patricia D. Jalen. Yes. John F. Keenan. Yes. Edward J. Kennedy. Yes. Eric P. Lesser. Yes. Jason M. Lewis. Yes. Joan B. Lovely. Yes. Mark C. Montigny. Yes. Michael O. Moore. Yes. Patrick M. O'Connor.
O'Connor?
Yes. Mark R. Pacheco.
Yes.
Yes. Rebecca L. Roush. Yes. Michael J. Rodrigues. Yes. Michael F. Rush. Yes. Bruce E. Tarr. Yes. Walter F. Timilty. Yes. Dean A. Tran. Yes. James T. Welch. Yes.
Affirmative, no members in the negative. The bill is passed to be engrossed. Yay. From Essex, Miss Lovely offers an order which the clerk will read.
Order that when the Senate adjourns today, adjourns to meet again on Tuesday next at 11 o'clock a.m. The clerk be directed to dispense with the printing of a calendar.
The question comes on adoption of the order. Is there